Hi, I'm Alan from the Library of Stuff. Just thought I'd show you a quick demo of our Karcher K4 pressure washer. So it's a very compact unit, but it's also very powerful, being a K4 machine. If I take this quick release tie wrap off, I can show you how it all goes together. So you've got the main unit. On the back of here we've got two brushes. One's the turbojet, that's good for concrete and hard surfaces, and one's the variable lance, which you can turn depending on if you want it to spray flat or more pointed. You just turn it based on what you want it to do. So to put these together, it's a bayonet fitting, so you've just basically got to push it in and then turn it, and then that locks it in place. And it's the same for the other one. Now on the front of this machine you've got the input. This is the output for the lance, and you've just got to lift that section up. You see that grey section, pop it in and then push it down, and that locks it in place. So to reverse that, just pull it up and pull it out. You do have to make sure you've completely released the pressure, so press the handle when it's off to release the pressure before you disconnect this. Otherwise it's unlikely you'll get it out, and if you do, you'll get sprayed with water and it can be quite dangerous. So push it all the way in, push it down, and that's in. Same for the other side. So we just push it in there. You don't need to press the switch to push that in, you just push it in as hard as you can, and then that's ready for use. Now I would say that this line, Karcher's line, is not reinforced with metal, and so it's very easy to kink this, and once it's kinked it'll eventually just break where it's been kinked. So if you can at all times keep this as flat as you can, and if it starts to coil, that you unravel it before you continue. Otherwise you will damage this, and then we will have to replace it. Now on the back of this machine you've got the input, so that's for your hose. So this doesn't come with a hose. If you want to use this machine you do need a hose with a quick connect fitting. So you click your hose onto there. This is for washer bottle. So if you've got a wash bottle, so if you've got a bottle of detergent, you can take that white cap off and put this into the detergent bottle, and then it'll take the detergent up while it's cleaning. Not many people use detergent in these machines. They tend to use just water, but you can use some forms of detergent. Karcher have their own range which you can use, but there is also aftermarket products as well that you can use. So once you've got your water connected and it's turned on, and you've made sure that water is flowing into the machine, you can press the trigger and water should come out without even the unit being on. If that's not happening, I'd go and check your connections with your water and make sure that that's all working. And so you should be able to press this trigger and water just come out on its own. Once you've got set up to that point, you can then turn on the machine. You'll hear the motor kick in. It'll switch off as it reaches pressure, and then you can continue to use the machine, and it will switch on and off as it needs to repressurize itself. So most of the time when it's in use, you'll hear the motor all the time, but as soon as you stop, the motor will turn off when it reaches pressure. It's a standard 240 volt connection. I would suggest an RCD with this because you're using water, and so connect that to an RCD and then plug it into the socket. Once you've finished and you want to pack away the machine, please make sure this is all clean. Obviously you're jet washing and it will get dirty, so please wipe down this whole unit. I wouldn't suggest spraying this with the jet washer because it might get into the electrics. So please just clean it down the best you can with a wet towel. When the machine is off and you've disconnected it from the power source, please depressurize it so it removes all the pressure from this hose. You can then disconnect it from here by pressing the button and pulling on on the hose and disconnect it from here by pulling that up and pushing it down when you're finished. Please lift the hose up at one end and slowly bring it all the way up to let all the water out of the hose. And the same for this, disconnect it and let all the water come out of both of these units. A small amount of water will come out of there, so when you're carrying it around, so just be careful of that as the machine empties. And then clean this with a towel, so just wrap a towel around it and pull it all the way through so it's nice and clean. And the same for these, if you can wipe them down and make sure that they're all clean for the return. It comes with a reusable tie wrap, so just connect all the hose to the handle like that, and then it's ready to go back into its storage case and ready to be returned. Thank you very much, and please support your local Library of Things by borrowing things like this, and we'll be able to bring you lots more other things the more people borrow from our library. Thank you very much.